Welcome back to Network Africa. Fuel distribution workers in Tunisia have begun a 3-day strike action to demand higher wages, leading to long queues and empty pumps at petrol stations across the North African nation. A strike by fuel distribution workers who are demanding a wage rise of about 300 dinars, that's about $100 a month, is the latest in a series of stoppages by education, health and transport workers. The government is facing rising public demand for more pay as prices rise. With inflation is about 7%. It's also contending with pressure from international lenders to cut the public wage bill and other spending to shore up state finances. Tunisians have complained about a decline of state services since Zaini El Abidine Ben Ali was overthrown in 2011. The uprising to topple the autocrat heralded a democratic transition, but the associated turmoil also led to an economic crisis. Here in Nigeria, experts in Oyo State, southwest of the country, are seeking ways to end the global burden of tuberculosis. In the country at the moment, it's not cheery news as drug-resistant tuberculosis has been on the rise with devastating consequences. This report takes a look at the incidence and prevalence of TB with a focus on Oyo State.
Tuberculosis, TB, is a disease that is caused by a bacterium. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, in 2016, an estimated 10.4 million new cases were recorded, resulting in 1.7 million deaths, with over 90% of the cases occurring in low and middle-income countries that have fragile health care. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease spread from person to person, animal to person, or person to animals, via coughing, sneezing, or contact with spittle. Cattle is one of the most potent sources of TB. This is what prompted the Oyo State government to relocate all butchers to the central abattoir, where wholesome meat could be made available to the public. Recent surveys shows that Oyo State, which used to be third among high TB burden states, has moved to 13th, and efforts are being intensified to bring it even lower.
You will observe that the processing along the value chain to the market has to be handled by human beings. Hence, the importance of what we are doing here, which is the screening of all butchers for tuberculosis.
Our vision and mission is to make this place a reference point. The real journey is ensuring best practices.
Experts have discovered that the interaction between herders and cattle has contributed largely to the growing rate of TB infection.
Currently, TB is the #1 killer disease. It's overtaking HIV. Humans can also be infected through infected animals, either by consumption of unpasteurized milk or consumption of undercooked meat and meat products. That's why it's paramount that we should bring this to the notice of these people. Most of them are uneducated. They have been involved in this trade and they think nothing can happen to them.
A TB patient who has been treated and fully recovered narrates her experience.
I've been in and out of the hospital, but help came, respite came in 2010. And I would just like to encourage those that have this. It's not the end of the world actually, and it is very curable. If you can only adhere to your drugs. Well, the challenges, there are side effects of the drugs, like deafness sometimes. I had a little with it, but I'm fine now.
Approximately 1/3 of the world's population carry the disease, but don't have any symptoms if it remains latent. However, approximately 10% of these people will likely develop the active disease during their lifetime. Regular medical checks and early presentation is key to treating and reducing the spread of one of the world's deadliest but treatable diseases.
And here's where technology is helping parents have some peace of mind. Bukola Akano, a proprietor of one of the primary schools in Ajegunle here in Lagos, has created a device that will help parents know the whereabouts of their children while in school. The device, a kid monitor, enables the school share with the parents the responsibility of keeping the children safe.
Ajegunle, a small neighborhood in the heart of Lagos, bordered by the Apapa Wharf and Tinkan Port, is believed to be one of the most notorious slums in the city. But it's in this environment that Bukola Akano Proprietor of one of the schools in the area built a kid monitor device that will help parents track the movement of their children to and fro school.
I had a challenge with a particular child. He was given his school fees to come and pay, but on his way, he spent it on some form of lottery program. Since he could not pay his school fees anymore, he stopped coming to school for about a week. I grew worried and called the mother to find out why he was not in school. And the mom's response was that he leaves for school every single day. So I decided to come together and build a device that would serve as an official digital receipt for the parents.
Between the time kids leave home and get to school, they are vulnerable to different vices. Now, it's believed that tracking time of arrival and departure will help to improve the chances of preventing their exposure to these vices. The concept of the Kid Monitor device is to have a verification and notification of the in and out movement of the children from school real-time via SMS. Owning a smartphone or an internet-enabled device is therefore not necessary in this case. There are 3 ways to this.
Basically, the service in terms of verification works on 3 major modes. We have the smart card, we have the fingerprint, and the passcode.
For students in secondary schools who are somewhat mature, they can be authorized to clock in or verify themselves, but their parents still receive notifications about their arrival and departure. What do the parents think about the device?
It helps to reassure me each time I receive the alert. It reassures me that the children are at school.
The schools see the deployment of the device as a tool that has helped them to share with the parents the responsibility of keeping the children safe.
With all the issues of kidnap, child safety, child security, we adopted this method to at least allow parents know when their children leave home and get to school. Now, the school is not liable once the child is off the school's premises.
With over 28 schools already using the device, parents can, to some extent, be rest assured on the whereabouts of their children when schools are in session.
As I said, peace of mind. Thanks for watching Network Africa. I am Amarachi Ubani.